speaker is from Scenic, Pennsylvania, which I'm sure some folks here have heard of. Craig Saunter is here to talk about what has happened in Dimmick and what is happening now. We don't have a lot of time left, so I would urge remaining speakers to be extremely brief. Sorry about that, but that's what we got. Thanks.
My name's Craig Saunter. This is my wife, Julie. Does this look like there's no proven case of contamination in water? This is water that came out of my well back last month. This is after almost 3 years of living with a water well contamination by Cabot Oil and Gas. Now, should we have to live like this? Our DEP tells us that they are done with us people testing our water. Where do they have the right to pick and choose who they serve and who they don't serve? I'm a taxpayer, and they better serve us too. Now, this has been going on way too long, and it just rubs me the wrong way. We do have a moratorium in place in the 9 square miles. Outside of that, Cabot can do anything they want. They can frack, they can drill, they can do whatever they want. Now, when I drive down the road and I see these wells just going all over the place, and I'm sitting here in Dimmick with contaminated water that was proven by the DEP that they caused, that rubs me the wrong way. They should not be allowed outside that moratorium. They should be banned from the state of Pennsylvania for good. Just stop with Dimmick. We're going to go through the rest of the state to all these other companies that are doing the same thing, poisoning people, contaminating the water wells. They got to be run out of the state of Pennsylvania and banned for good. Now.
Next speaker is Jenna Menner, who's the executive director of the National Association of Social Workers for Pennsylvania. Jenna?
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing today? Hello? Okay. Hi, my name is Jenna. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I'm going to talk for 1 minute, because I know you've all been standing for a long time, about a different aspect of what's happened with the drilling, and that's the social service impact. I bet many folks don't realize the amount of homelessness that's been created by the drilling industry in the northern part of Pennsylvania. Folks who are working poor, who've lost their homes because landlords can raise the rent and kick out individuals who are struggling, working hard to maintain their family. In fact, county children youth agencies have a higher number of kids entering foster care simply because their parents are homeless. So the impact of both, obviously you've heard lots of important things about the environmental impact, but lots of times we don't realize the huge social impact that the drilling industry has had on the Commonwealth from a social service perspective of homelessness, increased numbers of rape crisis needs, domestic violence. Also the issue of, I don't know how many of you are from north central Pennsylvania, but if you've gone up there recently and tried to get a hotel room, they become Ford parking lots, those hotel rooms, not exactly the safest places feeling for younger women. So I just wanted to take a moment on behalf of the social work profession to raise the importance of the other impact that has happened here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and that's the impact on social services for those of us in Pennsylvania who are dependent upon those services. Thank you.
From Valley Forge Trout Unlimited. Pete here. Okay, then next is Genesis Lorraine, a student at Harrisburg Area Community College.
Okay. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Don't stop. My name's Genesis. It is help me here. My first rally here, we were halfway up these steps. We're filling the rotunda. I'm here to talk to you about getting involved and the ways that I've been able to get involved and the ways that we can all get involved and all do something and say something about this. I know sometimes it feels like you're preaching to the choir. I first heard about gas drilling when I met Jen Hara in a career development class. I shortly thereafter watched Gasland, wherever he went. And you know, checked sources, kept looking up, kept researching this, and after you know the facts, how can you not get involved? How can you not say something? So, luckily, I was in a position of being the president of the student programming board at HAC. I played Gasland every Wednesday for months in our cafeteria. We hung up signs. We talked about it, demonstrations. There are T-shirts floating around that my friend Samantha made. You know, say something. Go, but it can't stop there. Go to your churches. Go to your community buildings. Go to your schools. Play these movies. Talk to people. I can't stress enough how important talking about it is. Talk about it. I don't care how many people tell you you're an idiot. I don't care how many people tell you to shut up. I don't care how many people tell you you're powerless and that you're not going to do anything about it. We know the truth. Don't close your mouth. Never, ever, ever underestimate the power of your own voice. I'm going to keep it brief. I said at the beginning, you know, sometimes it feels like we're preaching to the choir. Preach! Preach! And never, ever, ever underestimate your own power. Ever. That's all.
I would like to acknowledge a couple of elected officials who were here. Representative Babette Josephs from Philadelphia was here in support, so thank you, Babette. Also, Councilman Doug Shields from my town, Pittsburgh. Way to go, Doug. We have one last very brief speaker, Lon Burnham, who is a Texas state representative who is here to tell us what we need to know.
Ago, I called for a moratorium because of what's going on in the Barnett Shale in North Texas. We have very, very similar problems. But the reason I'm so proud to join you here today is the last time I was in your beautiful capital, I was here to warn the nation with the people from the Texas Truth Squad of just how bad it can get. We were here 11 years ago in August of 2000 to warn people if you elect George Bush, you'll get a government of, by, and for corporate America, and by golly, you did. Unfortunately, Texas is trying to foist off another governor on you, the people of the United States, with a governor that wants to be president of, by, and for the corporations. His name is Rick Perry. One thing we have in common is inadequate regulation. One thing we have in common is two governors that are wholly owned subsidiaries of corporate America, particularly the oil and gas interest. So we all made a mistake. In Texas, only 38% of the people bothered to vote last November when this guy got elected governor. How many people in Pennsylvania bothered to vote? Elections matter, and right now, you are oppressed by a governor, and we are oppressed by a governor. Don't let my governor become your president, because it will only get worse if you do. Right now, one of our best allies is the current EPA. We have a new regional administrator in Texas that wants to do something about the problem created by the Barnett Shale. Don't let Rick Perry become your governor. Get your president, get your governor out of office, and join Josh Fox. It is time for a new Boston Tea
to everybody who came here today. We are going to be going forth, but I know we will go forth to do the good works that we all can do. Next time, it's going to be even bigger, and folks in this building had better pay attention. Thank you.
grab the